Everybody, welcome to the English Matters grammar lesson for each one of us. Today I'm going to start another series of lessons on grammar, and the topic for the day is determiner. Now, when we want to explain determiner, we need to understand it with a few examples. So before I start with the lesson, if you happen to visit my channel for the first time, do subscribe my channel, press on the bell icon so that you get the regular updates whenever I upload new lessons on my channel. So let's get started. Now, look at these few sentences right there on your screen. Once I had bought a pen and hid it underneath an umbrella, but the thief took it away. My diary is lost. Those books are kept in my room. Which toy do you want to buy? Now, what is the common among all these four sentences? A pen, an umbrella, the thief, my diary, those books, my room, which toy. So we would define determiners that words like a, an, the, my, those, my, which are called determiners, and determiners are always used before noun. Okay, remember this. Now, with these observations, we can define that determiners determine, fix, or limit the meaning of a noun or a noun phrase. So, what do we mean by fixing and limiting? It means it helps you to understand the name you're talking about in a sentence. It helps you to refer to consult that noun you're talking about in a sentence. For example, if somebody says my diary is lost, it means the person is talking about his diary, not anybody else's diary. Okay, his diary. So that's how he says my diary. So the word my is fixing about it's actually limiting, that you don't have to look for all the diaries but look for his diary. Okay, so that's how it fix, determines, and limit the meaning of a noun or at times noun phrase. How would you use noun phrase using determiner? Like, which set of toys do you want to buy? So set of toys, that becomes the noun phrase. So at times it is used before noun or before a noun phrase also. Alright, there are 6 types of determiners. Article is one of the determiners. So like articles a and the. Possessive adjectives like my, your, his pencil, her dress, their, our, its, they are determiners. Demonstrative like this, that, these, those books, this pen. Okay. Distributives, each, every, all men are equal. So all. So it is talking about the whole class of people. Interrogatives, questions, WH questions, what, whose, which, whom. Quantifiers, it talks about the numbers like many, much, quantity also. So if you can count, you can say many books. You cannot count, you say much oil. Okay, so that's how. And it also talks about numbers, specifically 1, 2. They are called cardinals and ordinal numbers, first, second, third. So these are the different types of determiners we have. We will cover each of the determiner in a separate lesson, one by one. Now let's quickly go through few examples. Let's do this. Dash of the boys was present. It means was present, singular verb. It means we have to look for singular subject. So what would you say? None of the boys. So answer is none of the boys was present. Okay. How about number 2? How dash milliliters are there in 1 liter? How, you can count milliliters, 1 milliliter, 2 milliliter. So how many milliliters are there in 1 liter? All right. There isn't water in the puddle. There isn't Water. Can you count it? Many or much? There isn't much water in the puddle. All right, very good. I want to have, okay, I want to have coffee. Coffee. Coffee is a liquid. So countable or uncountable. So this is a tricky part. We can say I want to have a coffee. If you are saying I want to have a coffee, it means you're talking about a cup of coffee, a mug of coffee. Your quantity, you are basically indicating the container which contains coffee. So a mug of coffee. But when you say the same sentence using I want to have some coffee, it means literally you're talking about liquid. You don't want a little, okay? So some coffee, okay? All right. How about this one? He was dash boy to finish the race. So you have umpteen determiners to fill in this blank. So you can say he was the first boy to finish the race. He was the second boy to finish the race. He was the last boy to finish the race. Very quickly, what happens when we say blue water? Okay, blue is qualifying or modifying the water blue. Blue water. Similarly, red water. So depending on the quality of water, you use adjectives. Blue water, red water. But since water is an uncountable noun, the determiners will not change, even though adjectives change. For example, much blue water. Now, the blue water has become red water. It doesn't mean that much will become many or something. It will remain much. So determiners, the forms of determiner do not change. Much blue water, much red water. So remember this. So there are some differences. One more difference, which is quite vivid. Adjectives can be used before noun and after noun. Like this is a blue pen. So blue pen. Blue right before the noun. But can also say this pen is blue. So this word blue, the adjective sometimes can be used before noun and sometimes can be after noun. But determiners will always be used before noun. Okay, so I hope this lesson helps you to get the concept of determiners, and I'll get back to you on the different lesson based on determiners. Meanwhile, you keep learning. Take care. Have a great day. Bye bye.